Welcome to the main event. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. We on Instagram tonight. We on the gram tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can always click the link that's pinned at the top of the chat to join in on the conversation. Please like and share the video. Show be starting in a few. Show be starting in a few. Please like and share the video. It's been chaos on the main roster. You heard me? Chaos. Like and share the video while the world waiting. It's been chaos, people. It's been chaos on the main roster, huh? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. We're about to get this thing started, man. Kill my music, you know what I'm saying? Kill that. Drop this background. Yeah. Pull me up in this thing, man. Huh? Yeah. Welcome to the main event. I be your host, Main Event Fro. We're about to talk about what went down on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown also. So we're talking about all three rosters, summing up the stories, giving our thoughts on the stories, and maybe doing some fantasy booking. Y'all know how we do over here. You know what I'm saying? We'd like to elaborate on our ideas also. So with that being said, this is the most unhinged wrestling podcast on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on the way in, share the video, hit y'all with the intro so we can dive right into it.
Welcome to Dom. I think I know what you were trying to do. Welcome to the main event.
The most unhinged wrestling podcast on YouTube. Yeah, man. So it went down. Yeah, so Raw kicked off with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae. They all come to the ring. Then out comes Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. They pulled up. Then Io Sky pulled up. They say you still don't have a fifth member. Out comes Rhea Ripley. She screamed out War Games and do a headbutt. She do it the same thing that injured her. She do it again, huh? The woman is a beast. You know what I'm saying? Rhea Ripley a beast. But a fight breaks out, and then we get our first match of the night, Monday Night Raw. Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Chad and Ivy Nile, which was a decent match, but we needed to let these guys go with it one-on-one. That was just a filler match. before they held it 1-1. And Chad Gable just keep losing, huh? Chad Gable just gonna keep taking losses. That's what he's doing. That's what we doing. So the feud with America Made and LWO will continue, and they got aggressive in the end. Chad Gable was pushing on Brutus, not Brutus, pushing on the other guy. Then Brutus and his brother got to pushing on each other. They just hyping each other up. Judgment Day had a meet up backstage. The Miz and Karrion Kross had a decent promo package. Now I was thinking like the Miz don't really match Karrion Kross style, but we can't doubt the Miz. We can't just throw the Miz out the way like he can't adapt. The Miz have adapted to this concept of this feud he in with the Y6, and I think I believe he found his way. I believe he found his way, and the promo was pretty good. Karrion Kross doing his thing. I'm glad people coming into him now because I always been a Karrion Kross I always been cheering. I ain't a fan of Karrion Kross, but I always been cheering Karrion Kross on, right? Gunther and Kaiser have a talk backstage, and Gunther wants Kaiser to do it on his own, and he wants to elevate himself. Gunther wants to prove they can do it on his own. He wants Kaiser to do it on his own, make a name for himself. Then he see Damian Priest signing autographs, attack Damian Priest lays him out. We got the Sheamus versus Braun Breaker, which was a good match. We know Sheamus always have a banger at the banger, and Kaiser interferes. So it looks like we headed into a triple threat for the IC championship, right? Looking good. Hold up. We got somebody at the front of the arena.
Let's go!
What it is?
Yeah. What it do? I ain't got you up here. Hold up. There we go. Yeah. Wiley World in the building.
What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man. Been a ride, man. Been a ride. But yeah, so the triple threat looks like it's gonna happen with Sheamus. I'm ready to get into the good stuff. Raw wasn't. It was just,
Wait, what triple threat? Sheamus. Oh yeah. You mean Sheamus? Braun Breaker.
It looks like Kaiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like we head into a triple threat with that match, which is it's gonna be a good match. All three guys been putting up good matches lately. All three guys been good. Sheamus is always good, but I guess they having feeling matches with him until he captured the Intercontinental Championship, because it looks like that's the direction they're trying to head in. They're just waiting on a bigger moment for him to capture it. So, you got any thoughts on that triple threat? That interference Kaiser did on Braun Breaker and Sheamus.
It's pretty much straightforward. You know what I'm saying? Gunther told him, you need to stop worrying about me and start capitalizing on your own success. It's time for you to go out there and go to assert yourself and be more of yourself. And that's true, because it's like, hey, right now this may still be quote unquote Imperium, but it's only two men. And one of us is doing something with their lives versus the other. So it's like, hey, something got to give.
So do you think eventually, Kaiser gonna do a thing, even though he may not win? Do you think it's gonna be that time when Kaiser recruits Ilton the Dragunov?
Or you think will he recruit Ilton the Dragunov?
Yeah, like he keep losing, then all of a sudden he just goes into his own his own affiliation. Well, he still be part of Gunther, but he like recruits Ilton the Dragunov as a tag team partner to go after the tag team titles. Like eventually,
it's a lot
that
of
may
factors.
be the path he head in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of factors, but this is how I look at it right now. I mean, the whole thing with Igna is really just in a miss because he's injured and stuff. I mean,
right.
Like I said earlier, I think it just makes more sense now more than ever. Is you just get Pete done. You need that extra edge, that serious factor that's gonna get you over the hump. That's gonna lead this to be more than what it is. And honestly,
right.
You know where Gunther is and who he is like you need a more dominant force around to add to the Imperium status. Because it's like when you look at Pete, you look at him and you say he gives you that robust royalty guy, but that's also like grimy at the same time. Like he's willing to get grimy with it, even though he stands like on some royalty stuff. So he sort of fits in with Gunther, right? And at this point, It's like it sort of makes sense because I can literally see, if Dragunov comes back, he probably still going to be against Gunther. It probably won't ever happen that he joins. And if not, then it's like, hey, that makes a perfect move for Tyler Bates to actually join up with Igunov in a way, because then it's like, well, Pete switched sides to the Imperium, and then Bates may as well help out Dragunov. So it just sort of blends up in a nice, perfect way. At least that's how I look at it. So, but I mean, I
can see Pete Dunne. Maybe Tyler Bates end up teaming with Dragunov when both of them get off the bench. But I forgot about Pete Dunne. That's why I didn't mention him. I actually forgot. But yeah, he can be another replacement. You know what I'm saying? To come in and they just dominate the tag division. Add to the division. And then they all hold the gold. Imperium got all the gold.
Pretty much.
Except the mid card.
Sure.
Yeah, I can see that. And then I'm still going over Raw. There wasn't too much happen. We had got Dirty Dom and Carlito versus the War Raiders. Judgment Day did their thing. War Raiders definitely did their thing and took the win, leading Finn Balor and JD to wipe them out at the end, standing tall. Judgment Day stand tall at the end. Don was kind of like out of proportion. Really, the tag team champs stood tall at the end because Don was out the picture and Carlito was on his knees, hurting and shit. So, War Raiders need to go and take the titles. When is they match? When they fight for the titles?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be at the pay-per-view. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know when their match is.
I don't think. Damn, I'm gonna have to look it up. So they
ever fixed these cards yet, but yeah, you keep on.
Yeah, I don't even think they got the full card for Survivor Series. They just got the Survivor Series matches. That's it that I know of. They may add LA Knight,
right?
And
Well, so far this is what they got, right? We have, as far as what's being predicted, the World Heavyweight title match, which is Gunther versus Damian Priest. They have men's war game, which is, you already know, Old Bloodline versus Bloodline Mafia. And then we have the women's war game, which is basically Team Rhea versus Team Nia. So, all right, yeah.
So they need like 2 more matches.
Team Rhea versus Team Nia. Well, Team Rhea versus Team Liv, but whatever. But yeah,
you might well say Team Nia. She the most dominant force on that bitch.
Pretty much, but that's they selling it as Rhea versus Liv, so it's like
as the damn feud. about that.
Now, one thing I will say, well, we'll eventually get to it a little bit later down the stretch, but now that whole team is gonna have to be swapped up because technically it's a 4-on-5.
Well, yeah, we'll get to it later on. I was gonna try to get into it at the beginning, but I was like, you know what? I need to save that one. I need to save that one for later. We still had some New Day. We had some New Day shenanigans. Woods pulled up on Kofi talking to Alpha Academy, and Woods snapped. Woods snapped on Alpha Academy and made a challenge. Alpha Academy versus New Day, and that's tonight. So Woods is frustrated. He don't give a rat shit about nothing right now, but the win. He wants to get the win, and he wants his motherfucking recommendation. You know what I'm saying? So they spicing it up, and if I'm not for sure, ain't tomorrow is the New Day anniversary?
If I'm not,
this the last Monday of the month. Yeah, just the last Monday of the month, and it said the last Monday of the month.
Yep. So real quick, all the matches that I just said for War Games, yeah, that's all clarified because they got them on the poster. So yeah, that's all clarified.
Okay. All right, cool. They just got to add one or two more matches, one or two. But the War Game matches be long.
The tag teams, they're going to be on the Raw show.
And LA Knight probably make it to the pay-per-view.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That already
that's a big ass maybe.
Yeah, because it all depends.
Yeah, I don't think so. The story ain't really.
I don't think so. They're gonna put Shinsuke right back into the whole spotlight like that, like ASAP.
Nah, I think they're gonna wait till the Saturday night main event because the story ain't even spiced up yet. They still gotta add.
Because it's like because you got I would say it could be that one. I mean, it may well be because why not? And plus, if you haven't heard the rumor, I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to speak this out there. But it's not really much of a rumor. It's really much the idea. But the idea is, like how NXT have their multiple takeovers. Well, they're considering having like multiple different Saturday nights.
Right.
Events. So it's like
on different occasions.
Yeah.
So they Saturday night main event's gonna really be when it's not a title pay-per-view.
It's not even a top pay-per-view. It's not. It's like when it's not one of the more impactful pay-per-views, I guess, quote unquote.
Yeah, well, when they don't have a pay-per-view in that month, they'll just do a Saturday night main event.
Pretty much, like yeah.
But I think they got one more. They got another one coming in January, and we know it ain't no PLE in January. So
probably so. Man,
I mean, that's where. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
I won't be surprised if the Saturday nights are more likely for like mid-Carter stardom, like just to push them up. But it's like you're not gonna push to the main thing, but you can push them right there. Even though it doesn't really matter because that is just complete trash at this point. That'd be a complete trash idea, but
yeah, I know, right? Let's have a PLE. Just do that, but it is what it is. Yeah. And also at the end of the main event of Raw, we got Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins, which the match never ended. Bronson Reed defeated Seth Rollins, right, due to interference from the Bloodline.
Yeah, I was about to say, it ended. It just ended the way you thought.
Yeah. So Bronson Reed took the win, joined the Bloodline Mafia. We found out that he's gonna be in War Games this past Monday, and I ain't gonna lie, Bronson Reed looks like he fits right in the damn group. I mean, the group look more dominated now. It looks like it looked more legitimate. Adding Bronson in there. How long will he be in the Bloodline? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think so. But
right now,
ultimately long term.
I believe it's gonna be short term, but as of now, the brand split, they saying this, it's on pause right now, so they can definitely move around and shuffle the cards a bit.
I will say this though,
so
like let's say hypothetically, right? They do like the whole swaps. They do the whole brand swaps and everything else like that. All switching out characters, because as we all still know, Netflix may be on that still. Even though I'm still hearing rumors that Netflix and then WWE deal may not get over. So I got to do some research on that. But I've been hearing some news. They're talking about that deal may not come to close, which I don't know what the heck going on. But as a neither here nor there. But let's say hypothetically, right? Brunson were to like end up on SmackDown with the Bloodline Mafia, and he's there, and they already have a cohesion already. If that does happen, I mean, I like it. It makes it even better. It makes it perfecter at that higher stage. My only thing is this is sort of like a conflict of interest for me, because at this point, like I said, by the time Solo, Jacob Fatu, the Tonga brothers, by the time they're done with this beef, honestly, I really want them to just take themselves to NXT and just walk away from all that bullshit. I really do. Because Solo needs to recap on his glory days. Because you know what's so ugly, dog? This man hasn't won a single wrestling match, and I mean singles wrestling match, in the longest time. He has like about what? I forgot what the number was, but it was so big. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we out here doing?
Yeah, he got that boy. Been counting up, racking up some losses.
That ain't no son. That's a whole lot. I'm like, bro, like this is why I say I just don't fuck with WWE. Like, y'all ruined this man completely. I don't care what the frick no one say. They ruined this man. Ruined.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, bro, fuck all y'all, man. Fuck WWE, what they basing it as. That shit was cringe to me, dog. Ruin that man's career. Ruin that man. I'm like, bro. That shit pissed me off, man. I was like, bro, how the fuck?
Already, shit. It is what it is from him, because it don't look like they trying to back pedal. So then they're taking it one of the other Usos. Other,
and they never are gonna
brother.
Look like they're gonna try back pedal, because the moment they do, they know they fucked up.
Yeah, they ain't gonna back pedal. They're just gonna take another Samoan from their family and put them in NXT and try to do him the Samoan way, or Solo Sikoa. That's all that shit gonna be. Pretty much. Yeah. Hopefully they find their way. The new guy. Forgot his name.
Oh, I know.
Buddha.
Oh, man, that shit is, I don't like.
I'm trying to see if NXT was even worth going through. I know they're having a big tag match on NXT, right? Because Nathan Fraser. What's that now?
No, go ahead.
No, what you're saying? What you're saying?
No, because I know we were talking about Solo earlier, but I know somewhere in some article I read, like, or I seen, he sort of said, like, in the grand scheme of things, it all worked out at the end. I was like, I mean, you say it, I guess. I mean, he can say that because we all know how the wrestling industry is, but I'm like,
oh shit,
did it really?
Tripping.
That's just my thing. Did it really work all for the end? I'm like, but I'm just not liking that shit. It's just whack for me. I just can't. But nonetheless, but go ahead, man.
All right, jump to NXT, man, and see. Okay, it's worth going through. So we had Nathan versus Eddie Thorpe. I don't know why we want to call this man Eddie Thorne from the Flash, but Nathan Fraser versus Eddie Thorpe for a qualifying match to the Deadline. And Nathan Fraser picks up the win. Axiom will be taking on somebody tomorrow to try to qualify. All the tag teams started brawling after the match. And they brawled during the match and after the match. So it's gonna be a big tag team turmoil for the for qualification to Nathan Fraser and Axiom tag titles. And it's looking like Gallus brothers, they're not fighting with nobody, they're just stalking Nathan Fraser and Axiom. So maybe the Gallus brothers is up to recapture the tag team titles. Maybe they're ones. Any thoughts on that situation?
It was interesting,
including the conflict. Including the conflict with Axiom and Fraser. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was interesting especially amongst that match because I wanted to see how diverse this was gonna be when it popped off. Because in my honest opinion, with everything being what it was, I'm in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, this may not go well. This may not go well for the boy. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe I'm taking a little step too further real quick. Let me let this marinate real quick. You feel me? Let me let this thing marinate. And then I'm like, I'm seeing what's transpiring. I'm seeing all the teams attack each other and everything. And it's like, I'm seeing people, like, I remember Axiom had took a blow to the shot by Eddie Thornton. And I'm like, Eddie, why would you do this so stupidest shit by doing that? And he did the most dumbest thing. And then next thing you know, he comes back into the ring. And what happens? He gets flatlined and then loses off of the Phoenix Splash. I'm like, okay, Eddie Thornton, you start showing some heel tendencies with that one because there was nothing that propped your ass to do that shit. There ain't nothing that prop you to do that.
Right. And he pretty much going heel. I wouldn't be surprised if he joined Sean Spears. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, will he join? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised because he's one of them characters that's going down that road that Sean Spears be talking about. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting, though, if he do join, because we already know he added a member. So, to add Eddie with his group,
yeah, the other
think
guy
there'll be
Vito.
a nice little. Yeah, from NXT level up. So I think them 4 guys can.
Oh, sorry, not Vito. I mean Nico. Sorry about that.
Nico. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Nico.
I like his last name
Yes,
is
sir.
V, but it had a V in it. But I was like, okay, I contradict that actually a little bit.
Yes, sir. So let's go to the next one, man. We had Jada Parker versus Stephanie Bakir for the qualification to Deadline, and Jada Parker had to win. She actually the way they showed it, Jada Parker had to win. She was about to hit her with the butt cheeks, right? She was about to put her ass in her face. You know what I'm saying? Until Lola Vice came down holding a brick, distracted Jada Parker, which gave Stephanie the win. Now, that made Jada Parker look like, you know what I'm saying, hey, she a top competitor compared to what they've been giving us, how Stephanie is being portrayed. Like this big old main eventer. Then you got Jada Parker in here whooping her ass, which it was a back and forth. But you got Jada Parker about to take the win, only to lose because of distraction. Oh yeah, they definitely high on Jada Parker, right? So they didn't want her to look bad. They didn't want Stephanie to look bad, so they just caused a distraction. And I thought this fucking beef was over with her and Lola Vice, but I guess not. And I guess they're gonna take it to the NXT Underground. Like I said before they had the street fight, I said they're gonna do the NXT Underground because Lola Vice is the queen of the NXT Underground. That looks like, scare me. That look like where it's headed to. I'm not for sure, but that's where Lola Vice always in her fuse at. So, what's your take on that, though? What's your take on it? Yeah. You there, Wilder? Oh, you can hear me? I wasn't breaking up with it.
Oh shoot, that's my bad. But Mike, I put my shit on mute. I gotta keep remembering that. But okay. So with Lola, right? Not with Lola, but oh wait a minute.
Yeah. Jada
Park. With Jada Park, yeah, there it is. So with Jada, so I say it like this: between both of them, would it be ideal for her to go to NXT Underground and face Lola Vice? Yeah, I would believe it's the move that's going next. Let me tell you why. Because they did the street fight, Jada won that. So what's next? Lola's gonna, they're gonna try to push the NXT Underground so Lola can win that. Cause that's her round. Even though I ain't gonna lie to you, if you always gotta win, if you always gotta take it to the Underground to actually get a dub, then let's just be real. You ain't really won it anyways. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And then because I can see this being a 3-fight streak, like one for Jada, one for Lola, and then it's like whatever the rubber match is down the stretch.
Right.
But something's gonna give. But with everything going on, because granted, they put Jada right there in the title, so they still got her in the picture for going for the big title versus going for the NXT North American. So, time will tell. Time will tell how this all goes down.
Right. Well, Stephanie qualified, so we know she's in that line, and Kalani in that line, just waiting on 3 other women.
Yeah, because I think so.
All right.
Hold up, let me see. There you go. And they keep up.
No. Kalani ain't in there, is she? No, hold up.
Kalani, I don't think so. Kalani had a match yet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, she ain't. No, I'm tripping. Kalani not in there. Oh, did I? I don't know why I seen her picture up there. She haven't her match tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah, because far
she challenged Julia. Kalani challenged Julia, so they match tomorrow night.
Right, because so far what we got for the women, so this is all the 3 matches we have for NXT right now, NXT Deadline. So the main event will be the Men's Iron Survivor, which is funny because you would think it would be the NXT Championship, but not the case. Or at least how they pin this up. I don't really know what the hell it is, but so far we already know it's Javon Evans, Wesley. We have 2 unknowns, and then of course Nathan Frazier, which is still interesting because I don't even know how the fuck Nathan even got here. But okay, because literally it's nothing but big. It's nothing but small, movable, cruiserweight guys in this match so far. I hope all y'all realize this shit. Literally,
right.
All y'all realize this shit. It's nothing but cruiserweight.
You know where they're going. You know where they're going, don't you? You know where they're going.
Bruh, hey, let me find out, nigga. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
You know where they're going with this, don't you?
Oh, it's a wrap.
Man, my boy finna be throwing fish in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, he's gonna break bones out here, boy. This is gonna be madness if he gets there.
My boy finna be throwing fishes. I'm talking about everybody getting thrown. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we ain't gonna say nothing. We're gonna wait for that to actually happen, though. You feel me? We're gonna wait for that to happen.
Yeah.
The next matchup was the women's Iron Survivors match. Okay, we already got Sol Ruka. Zarya is in this match. So I was correct about that.
So Ruka, okay.
You thought she was gonna go for the title. She's not.
Okay.
So Zarya's in this one as well. Then we got Stephanie Valkyrie over Jada Parker. So what this looked like, because you remember that moment on the show on the previous night, they showed Stephanie Valkyrie and Gulani. Yeah, how you say her name properly?
Kalani?
Not Kalani, but
Stephanie and
Julia. Julia.
Julia.
So you already know, like, they already shown themselves on that. So it's like when Stephanie and Julia was looking back at each other because of the woman of the Iron Survivor. So more likely so, what we're gonna have here is Sol Ruka versus Zarya versus Stephanie Valkyrie versus Julia. And the other one more likely could be, of course, Kalani Jordan. So it's gonna be a stack overhaul of women. Like,
what? No, yeah. Kalani facing Julia for the qualifying match.
Oh, she does? Ooh.
Yeah, she chanted. Yeah, she was like, I want to fight the biggest name in the company. So she went to the match. She went to the GM, and she was told Ava, she was like, I want to face the biggest woman in the division. So I'm challenging Julia, make the match happen for the be in the Iron Survivor Series.
Interesting.
The qualification match.
So if that's the case, who do you think? So, who do you think is gonna get in as far as the last filler?
Kalani only gets in if somebody screws over Julia.
My point exactly.
And I think Julia is gonna get screwed over. Hey, we ain't got that little fantasy. Lil Fettuccine in the goddamn building, y'all. Hey,
shit.
He back.
Shit.
He been gone.
Fettuccine, hold on now. Hold on. We gonna get cooking over there too.
Fettuccine in the goddamn building, man. I gotta get
Fettuccine
some It's been a minute. But yeah, we're a little fancy. And we ain't got that quite yet. Soon we get through with this NXT review, we gonna jump on that right after this review.
Right.
So damn, where we was again?
No, we was talking about like how would that set up? Because if Julia's facing Kalani Jordan, one of them two is gonna win and one of them's gonna press forward. I don't think so. Julia's gonna get screwed. I think Julia's gonna get in because you want that Iron Survivor to be heavy. My only thing is, it's like, okay, well, who gets the rubber of the last entry? Because it might be Grace. She might get that rubber entry.
I was thinking that.
See, exactly right.
I was thinking that too.
But the problem is, like, how far do we go with it? Because I don't know.
So what you're saying is the women that teamed up on the 5 versus 5, most of them is gonna be fighting each other this time.
Pretty much. I mean, so far, pretty much.
Chaos.
The other one that's an oddball is
Chaos.
Huh?
Kalani? I say it's Chaos, but Kalani is the eyeball. I mean, Sol Ruka.
Yeah, Sol Ruka. Yeah, she's the eyeball of it all. But I don't know, man. That's why I'm like, whoever comes in, because we already know Paxley, she's going for the women's North American. And most of these other females that are on the roster, they're pretty much locked up as NXT level up contenders more than anything else. So I don't know. It may be Nikita Lyons, but if Nikita Lyons try to get in, then she got to face somebody. Neither that's going to be
Nikita. She feud with Rizzo.
She may be, but that doesn't mean she can't get in through that feud or through another match. So that's all dependable. Yeah. And again, we may see from Henley's team, we may see Jane. We may see Jasmine Nix.
Oh, Jasmine.
Yeah, so we may see those two get in there. Who knows? There's a lot of other choices. So that's why I'm like, there's still some fresh room here to put in people in this bitch. You never know. Shoot, hey, who knows? Maybe Lola may have an opportunity to get in this match, and then she gets screwed up by Jada Parker. We don't know yet.
Right.
So it is all up for the air, but
we'll find. I think we most definitely gonna find out tomorrow. Like, we'll be able to figure it out by tomorrow.
Pretty much. But but that's just right there. And of course, like I said before, for Deadline, we got Trick versus Andrew Chase. Not Andrew Chase, sorry. We got Trick versus Rich Hollins, because we already know who won that match. And well, we can go from there.
we gonna get into that. But the Dunn beats Brooks Jensen, and then Brooks Jensen takes out the Dunn leg. The Dunn challenged Sean Spears to a match with his title on the line. Could Sean Spears capture the title? I don't think not so fast. I think the Dunn gonna hold it for a minute unless they playing hot potato with this motherfucker. I'm not for sure. Now, if they give it to Sean Spears, then Sean Spears gonna hold it for a while. If the Dunn win it, the Dunn gonna be holding it for a while, at least up to next year sometime, and have other people chasing it.
It's one or the other. I mean, at this point, I'd say it like this: the fact that we don't see somebody going for that title one last time because of certain screw jobs and other things in the way, we can safely say that this is a clear walk for your boy
the Dunn.
Yeah, for the Don. It's a clear walk for his ass.
Oh, Sean Spears.
No, I'm saying it's a clean walk as far as him like holding the title right now, because it's not like they're gonna just swoop it back. They might make him lose this title. I guess Sean Spears. Time will tell. But I mean, I don't think so. It would make any sense right now to do so. Because at this point, if that was the case, then it's like, then it's right what I said before. It's like you winning the title over Oprah was nonsense.
Most definitely that. I guess I ain't even gonna talk about this shit. I'm just gonna say Dion and Brindley versus Adonis and Petrovic is really a storyline match. It was a filler match. Just something for them to do, something for them to get on TV and to keep the women busy and to keep the other two guys busy. That's all it's for. In a love triangle situation. You know what I'm saying? They just for entertainment purpose only. Entertainment purpose only. Adonis and Petrovic.
We all know
that storyline is entertainment purpose only, because they holding Petrovic back right now. Petrovic lost her spot due to the other three women that just came in, so she's on the back burner right now. Sorry, Petrovic. Some people gotta lose. Look. Petrovic was getting rooted for her, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see her ability in the ring. She actually good, you know what I'm saying? She basically on Lola Vice level, you know what I'm saying? They just don't use her too tough. But sorry, Petrovic, some people got to lose so the other people can win. So she taking the back seat on this shit. We know Zarya defeated Ren Sinclair, which Ren Sinclair is showing some good athletic abilities. Like I like Ren Sinclair. I like to see her wrestle. She's showing good moves. She got skills, and she took it to Zarya for a little minute. They had to cheat for a second. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Dempsey had to throw her out for a little bit. The Ren capitalized on it, but you're not defeating Zarya. I'm sorry, Ren. She took that spear and that L5 like a champ. That's all I can say about that. Oh, shit. You got anything to say about that match? Pretty much just qualifying Zarya and showing off her move sets. But Ren, Ren put up a good match, though.
I know we had to talk about it. Like, you thought beforehand that she was going to get the title shot against Roxanne, but I was like, I don't
Roxanne.
think so. Because even Stephanie Valkyrie even had the pin on her. But lo and behold, she's in the qualifier. She's not in the match just yet. So, time will tell how that all lines up if she does get that match or not. But one thing's for sure is,
Roxanne don't got a challenger for Deadline then.
Pretty much, she don't got none. No, I think it's just really qualifiers. Like whoever's qualified, then she just gets that. She gets her challenger after that.
Right.
Because so far they haven't put no one in position to really go for that title. And let's be honest, when you take away all the big players, who else are you going to put in front to challenge her? You can't put Grace again because Grace already challenged her already. That was a sad failed attempt. Everybody else is already in qualifiers already. Jada Parker can't run that back because she's pretty much stuck with Lola Bias. Lola can't challenge that again. So you look at that. I mean, I guess you could say Kalani if Kalani loses, and then she challenged her if they try to make that up somewhere down the stretch. But other than that, pretty much she's gonna be taking a nice break this time around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So we know we talked about Tatum Paxley versus Bella Henley. All right, Fanachini, we're gonna ask you a question right after this last segment. Andrew Chase lost the match against Ridge Highlands, which means there's no Chase. Well, no, he didn't say. Ridge Highlands didn't say put Chase University on the line. He said put your people on the line. So Andre Chase is no longer affiliated with Duke Hudson, Riley Osborne, and Thea Hale. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Thea has the university.
No, he loses.
So he may have to do some recruit.
Nope, he loses to university.
So there's no more Chase University.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna have to go back and look.
It's no more Chase University, people.
Yeah, I mean, I can go look. We can go look back and make sure, but I'm pretty sure he said, "If I beat you, not only will I beat you and move forward to go get a title shot, but he's going to dismantle Chase U and your connection with everyone in Chase U." So, yeah.
Right.
Which was interesting because I thought they were going to make him actually sort of lose that because I didn't think it was a smart move to lose Chase U at this point. But, hey.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. So, what direction will Duke Hudson go in? You think Duke Hudson and Osborne just going to work as a tag team, as their own unit with Thea Hale, riding beside them like the OC and Me Chin? You think they're going to pull off that? Since the OC is they out the picture right now, maybe Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne taking their spot, and Thea Hale being the Me Chin of the group.
I mean, at this point, that's where it should go because that's where it sadly has to go. I mean, at this point, you just have to push it that way. I mean, at this point, pretty much what Ridge Holland did, right? He pretty much did the ultimate death blow to Andrew. and that is strip him away from family, pretty much the fans. In a way, he literally became the ultimate heel at this point by doing what he did that night.
Right.
So the fact that he not only took the number one contender spot and dismantled just you, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, boy. I definitely grew into Ridge Highlands when he went back to NXT.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yes, sir. So yeah, he grew on me, man. I was a little bitter that he injured Big E, but you know, we got to put that past us, and WWE still got him in, and they're still working with him, and he been doing definitely a better job. Definitely a better job. So yeah, I'm liking the Ridge Holland character, but sorry, Ridge, you ain't defeating no Trick Williams.
Well, hey, we'll see about that.
No way, no how.
We'll see about that. But one thing I will say, just to add to this, is though, as far as where do we see them going on from here on out? I mean, honestly, yeah, I could see them definitely become their own little setup team, because why not? I think at this point it makes perfect sense. Like I look at Chase U like truly like that as a university, right? You already made the university,
Right.
so right, you already made the class. Now it's like, okay, my pupils, it's time to move on. I could not lead you to the promised land, quote unquote. So I failed you as a leader, and you know, as a coach, all this yin yang, you know. So it's time for you to graduate. It's time to move on. Yeah, graduate and move on from him. But where does Andrew Chase go from here? Because now he's pretty much a man without a academy. He's pretty much a man without anything. And personally, I do like the idea with him being the whole academy stick guy. Like I said, I did love this way more better than the Spirit Squad gimmick that WWE sold way back. But now without this, it's like you sit here and you look at this and you be like, well, what do we do from here now? I mean, granted, we could sit here and say, hey, just make a new academy, quote unquote, start a new usher of things. But then you have to look at the roster and be like, well, who are you going to build it off of? I mean, I guess there's some of them that are from, you know, the NXT level up that you can bring in, and then you can co-sign as your new little college teammates. But okay, I mean, if not, then yeah, it's just one of those very weird moments.
Yeah, I don't know where Andre. I don't know where he going from here.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if everything pulls out what it is, I think, yeah, like I said, man, I think this can happen. They just gotta set it up, right? But I think Duke, Riley, and is it Dina Hill? Yeah, I think it all can work out with them just being their own thing. Yeah, but it can all work out the same. So it's all with time, man. It's all the time. It's definitely going to be like a transition to see like how they move forward, how they press forward, and all that. So yeah,
right. Time to test the waters.
Pretty much.
Let's get the Fantaccini questions now. Fantaccini, for one thing, first of all, I don't listen to nobody music but my own. So no, I haven't heard Kendrick track yet.
So little Fantaccini, I will answer that myself though, because I do listen. How do I feel about it? I listen to it for me because I am a big Kendrick fan. I do remember like the first time I listened to Kendrick back before he ever made it to the highlights, you know, the mainstream world. So for me, listening to this album, I look at it as this is just a lovely cherry on top of the cake. You know what I'm saying? It's an extra ladder to his greatness. Nothing more, nothing less.
There it is.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one right here. We slow your roll, man. Goddamn.
Fantaccini's ready to go. He's like, boy, hey, look, I got so much answers.
Hey, he's ready. He locked and loaded.
Clarify for me. Why? Just why?
He locked and loaded, boy. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay. Who from NXT should move to the main roster? They already got Lash Legend and Jakara on their way to the main roster.
Yes,
None of the guys should move because the guys need to stay.
But they bring them with them. It don't matter.
Yeah, the whole metaphor is supposed to be coming up. It don't matter as long as Jakara
off of the females weight.
Lash come. It don't matter about the other two. The other two, they really need to drop them, but if they do move up, they're just gonna be bait. As far as the women division, yeah, I already said the women. As far as the men division, none of those need to move up. As far as my concern, they doing the right thing. Just slow roll it right now, because we ain't even seen Kiana James. Davenport just came back and got her ass fucked up in the match. So by Chelsea Green. So yeah, they don't need to move them other women up right now. Figure out what the fuck they gonna do. Any suggestions on that one, Wiley?
As far as the females, no. And honestly, as far as guys, none of the guys need to move up either. I don't think they need to move no one up because at this point, there ain't no one really needed to move up. I mean, who you could really move up? I mean, at best, you could move up Luke and his partner, but let's be honest, Carl Anderson's injured, so until that time frame, there's no really need to bring them back to SmackDown at this point.
And AJ Styles injured, so
exactly. So I was like, there's really no point of bringing anybody to the main roster at this point, as far as men or females. And if you look at it, it's like, well, if you had your own selection, who would it be? Because honestly, there ain't nobody. Really ain't nobody.
We're gonna get to this heartfelt that everybody keep asking. I've been hearing this question a lot, and some people saying Punk ain't got nothing to do with it. Why not Seth? Why Seth? Because Brunson Reed in it. I mean, okay, they separating Seth and Brunson right now. They separating them right now, and they letting Brunson Reed live out his fucking dream right now. For the last 3 years, Brunson Reed been trying to get in the bloodline. He been pitching ideas that he want to be in the bloodline too. So they letting Brunson Reed live up his little fantasy dream right now. I like it though. I like he look good in the group. CM Punk is returning Paul Heyman a favor, right? As far as I know, Paul Heyman and CM Punk are not just manager and partners; they're friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's why CM Punk is in the match. And remember Paul Heyman told Roman Reigns that CM Punk is off limits.
Wait, say it again.
So yeah, Paul Heyman told Roman Reigns CM Punk is off limits.
Off limits as far as
meaning he ain't gonna let them. He's not gonna let them fight each other. You know, because when CM Punk came back and Seth Rollins got mad.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you got anything to say about the question though?
Hell yeah. I mean, why CM Punk and not Seth? Well, let's get one thing clear. I said this before, and I have no problem saying this again. There was an interview where Seth, I think, had mentioned that ever since the breakup, like the final breakup between the Shield, him, Roman, and John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, have never had any intercoursual talks. They have been doing their own thing solely. They haven't talked to each other. They haven't engaged with each other, period. Since then. To throw an extra piece of filler, I think that same Friday night in, behind the scenes of the actual live show, so you had to be there live, or AKA the SmackDown dark match, Roman and Seth were actually in a dark match with each other. So you pick and choose on that with that information as well. But the thing is, here's the thing. Why CM Punk and not Seth? Well, let's get one thing clear. The reason why not Seth is because simple. Let's just be real about this. Seth Rollins is just so pissed off at Roman Reigns' success. I know most of y'all will not agree with this because you'll think to yourself, well, Seth Rollins had it better than Roman Reigns. Yeah, at the beginning. But let's be honest. Even at the beginning, or even for your whole career, let's be honest. Roman Reigns has done more with less, and you have done more. You have had more and still done less. Let that sit on y'all heads real quick about that. Between these two, Roman had done with less, more. And Seth had more and done less. I want you to think about that. Literally, think about that. Seth Rollins is jealous of Roman Reigns because he's the A guy now. He ain't that guy no more. He ain't that guy no more. He's just not the guy that is in the leading frontier. And what's even more funny about this situation is, once again, CM Punk is finally quote unquote clear again, right? And where does he goes and does? He doesn't go waste time with Seth Rollins. He doesn't go waste time trying to get back into the title picture. He comes back.
He go play with the big boys.
And he comes back in favor of his friend Paul Heyman and goes to War Games. Once again, dismissing Seth freaking Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, I like to sit here and tell you, there's been some rumors out there, and hopefully you have seen them. But this just might be the calling card to Seth Rollins' heel turn. Just know this. This will be the calling card for Seth Rollins' heel turn.
You called that one, Wiley. Yes,
this will be his heel turn calling. Trust me on this. Because at this point, you just have to be real with it. Seth he's going to be at a bitter point in his blood about this whole situation. And as mad as he is about this whole situation, saying, I'll never join Roman. I'll never do this and that. I'll never do that. But the reality is, let's just keep it real. The reason why you don't want to join Roman in the Bloodline story is because you don't want to be carried by it. I mean, granted, we all know this is all stories, but let's just be real. You really don't want to be carried by it. Because last thing you need is to go in there and realize you had to help the guy that you just helped defeated last year. Ain't that funny? But, I find it funny because I don't see what's the problem, because you did it, because he did it for you. No, he shouldn't have.
Right.
But, hey, nonetheless, you don't want to make him more of a better version of himself in this limelight. So, it is what it is. And Little Freddie Cini, if you're wondering what I mean by what rumor, I mean the rumor of Seth. Like, just that whole thing over there.
All right.
About him possibly
before we go to the next.
I believe it's coming at this point. I believe it's coming.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Because, at this point, you got to think about it. Like, again, you get literally pushed to the curve by CM Punk again. Like, how much time is Seth Rollins going to take the disrespect? First, Cody Rhodes did it to him, constantly disregarding him for the title match against him, all for Roman and his family's legacy. And then now you want to talk about, now you're getting pushed over again, but now by CM Punk? That's crazy. I mean, at this point, Seth Rollins is going to start going on, why do I keep getting the disrespect? I'm Seth freaking Rollins. Do you know who the hell I am? You're going to lose your mind.
I think right after his Brunson Reed feud, he's going to go unhinged. But you got to keep him facing to that, unless they going to disregard it for right now.
Right. But let's speak on the side of CM Punk.
They made that chunk of that.
Right. But let's talk on the side of CM Punk. Why is CM Punk doing this? Now, if you guys all remember, around the time when Roman wasn't around, we all knew that Paul Heyman had a nice, lovely moment, a nice friend moment with CM Punk. But in the midst of that moment, of course, we all know Solo and CM Punk had an altercation.
Right.
So this makes perfect sense why CM Punk is in this match. The only difference is I'm surprised he came back this soon, because I didn't think he was going to be back this soon. I really didn't think he was going to be back.
The seeds was already planted.
Pretty much.
The seeds way back at what? shit. I forgot when Paul Heyman was saying, "Take me with you."
Pretty much, but I think at this point they've been planting the seeds. But my thing is, here was the interesting plot twist story that I've heard some other people said before. If y'all notice this, right? Let's remember this one thing. If you guys remember, like the couple of weeks beforehand, amongst previous SmackDowns, Roman Reigns finally made that call to the wise man, aka Paul Heyman. But the phone call was disconnected. Eventually, we got to get some clarification. Paul, where you been? Why are your phone disconnected? What's going on here? But I will say this: in the same realms, no, you really can't question Paul Heyman, because in the same footnote, I can sit here and believe when I called you, why you didn't pick up my phone calls. Paul Heyman can flip that same thing. And if you notice one peculiar factor, I want y'all to realize this. Paul Heyman was in a different suit, people. He was in black and in red with a red cloth on his little pocket. Who did that remind you of? Solo Sikoa,
dressed like Solo,
aka the Bloodline Mafia, baby. I'm sorry, but word on the street is, and you know, a lot of people are out here saying this shit, but a lot of people believe that Paul Heyman will fuck over Roman, which will add to his face turn even immensely. I won't be surprised if it happens, because personally, I think this is very
Paul
true.
Paul Heyman is not a face guy.
True, but one thing I will say though, just to be fair though, let's be very mindful though, right? Because if you also look at the Samoan Bloodlines t-shirt designs, they are black and red. So I ain't saying that this may be ultimately true, but this could be a pivoting direction that might go that way if they choose to pull this trigger. I could see it happen. I could see this happen. But right now, let's just take it as face value of Paul is just aligning with the color schemes of Solo and the Bloodline amongst the shirts.
Yeah, that was a direct suit of Solo.
Right. So, but yeah, it's very a pivoting twist. It's very a pivoting twist. But like I said, let's let that scenery go for the time being. But as far as right now, if everyone's wondering why CM Punk over Seth, is real simple. CM Punk has some business with Solo, but at the same time, he also want to help his friend Paul Heyman. And as we all know, there is some history between Roman and CM Punk, but I think it is not as deep as it is with Seth, because personally, if it was, he probably would have blasted with a Superman punch by now.
Nah, him and Roman don't like each other, but it's not like hate. You know what I'm saying? It was the when the bloodline used to work, right? When the bloodline used to work for CM Punk, and when they turned on CM Punk, then that's the only beef Roman got, that he used to work for CM Punk and CM Punk got over his head. That's it.
Either which way. But I'm just mean, like, for me, the way I look at it, I'm just like, you know, it, like, that is just small stuff to me. Like, at this point, you should have got over that a long time ago. So if you still
Roman over it. I mean, Roman over that shit. But
okay, but you know, like how people were talking about when he came back, they're saying him, they're saying Seth, they're saying Roman. A lot of people weren't happy with it, supposedly. So that's why I'm like, if they're still on that, like, you should have been over that a long time ago. I don't know, but pick and choose.
Yeah, I think Roman over that shit. I think Roman was more surprised to see CM Punk come back.
Well, yeah, you can tell because in his breath, he was like, "What are you doing here?" So you can see that. But nonetheless, let's get on going.
That was only that was only the shit CM Punk was talking about. They were just trying to implement that shit. But yeah. The let's move. Let's go back up. I had to go back up for a sec because I wanted to talk about this real quick, and I do got the chart, people. So bear with me real quick. Bam.
Yes,
okay,
indeed.
who's winning the Women's United States Championship? As you can see, Bayley and Chelsea Green has qualified. We still, Jade Cargill is going to get replaced. Word on the rumors is that his Lash Legend.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll have Lash Legend, Michin, and Piper Niven, which I think Bianca will wipe out Lash Legend because she's going to get accused of taking out Jade. And that'll give Michin a chance to go on and take the win. As far as Naomi, Tiffany, and Electra Lopez, I think Naomi gonna take the win. Then we get Michin versus Naomi, which Michin takes the win because somebody knocks out Naomi because her feud is still with Tiffany, and Bayley feud is still with Nia Jax, which Nia Jax may take out Bayley. And in the finals, we get Michin versus Chelsea Green, which we all want to see. I think I'm not the only one. I think it's a lot more people that want to see Chelsea Green versus Michin in the finals, and I don't care who wins the final. I want Chelsea Green to win it, but I don't mind if Michin win. One of the two with me. Wiley, go ahead. You got it.
All right, so for my breakdown, right? So yeah, like you said earlier, Jade Cargill got in a big fat accident. I mean, I know Little Ferdy Chinny, you asked this earlier in the chat. You was like, so who's gonna replace Jade for War Games? And then you said, never mind, it's probably gonna be Charlotte Flair. Look, we haven't heard nothing about Charlotte, and personally, I don't see a reason for Charlotte even to get involved at this point. But
right,
because you know, every single time like we have to call on Charlotte, it's like Charlotte has to be the saving grace of the women's division on the main roster. And at this point, it's just becoming pathetic if that's the case. But hey, nonetheless, I can't say yes, I can't say no. But one thing for sure is that I want to touch upon is, so yeah, Lash Legend is rumored to be taking the spot of Jade Cargill, which is interesting because I don't know why. But hey, it is what it is. If she does, I do see it the same way, sort of like what Bro was saying. Bianca might take it as, oh, you set my girl up, so now I'm gonna come after you. You probably did it, even though she has no confirmation or no videotape proof of this. Because one way or another, you gotta look at that crash. She's like the way how Jay was trampled, and plus the window was crushed. You have to be a dominant force to do that. I'm like, the way I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about Brunson Reed with Braun Strowman. And I'm thinking about that crush of the car. I'm like, you got to think about that impact got to be heavy. So something heavy had to drop her crazy. But it's neither the way how she dropped back and then it hit the window just broke, or neither the way how she just got trampled while being cracked back onto the window. One way or another, someone definitely violated the crap out of Jade Cargill. Who? Time will tell who. But all I know is I say it like this: if it ain't Naomi, if it ain't Nia Jax,
we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the suspects later. We're gonna talk about the suspects later.
All right. So let me get off the suspects. So Lash will come in here. If Lash comes in here, I think Lash will put on a show because, of course, metaphorically, eventually pop up on the main roster. That's what people are selling. So she'll probably do something. Of course, I think Bianca will probably accuse her of doing something, which gets involved, which leaves it to Michin and Pepper Nemens. I don't think so. Pepper's going to make it to the final dance because for the simple fact of Chelsea's already there. So it's like, okay, Pepper, you're just there to weaken the blows. So Michin's going to probably win this one for sure. As far as for Naomi, Tiffany Stat, and Electra Lopez, Tiffany is not an obvious because she got Money in the Bank. So this is between Naomi and Electra Lopez. This is all very dependent on how you set this up personally. Because remember, this is a triple threat match. There's no rules. You can use weapons in this, even though they haven't really done that in these matches. So the way I look at this is, if Tiffany has just a smart moment of just screwing over Naomi, but without actually needing to win, which Elektra Lopez did, I can see Elektra Lopez sliding in here just to embarrass Naomi, which continues their feud. So that's how I look at that. As far as who moves on from these selections, I am in agreement. I can see Chelsea Green with Michin at the final dance. And personally, I know you say you don't care who wins. I mean, technically, I don't either. But I will be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking in Chelsea Green only because of one piece of factor. You already know how they already announcing her name and everything. And you like, ooh.
Yeah.
Our lady U.S. champion Chelsea Green, Miss USA type shit. So I can see that play. You already know what time it is. I can see that play. So yeah.
I see the reason I say that though. The reason I say that though, because Chelsea Green can win it, and Michin can chase it, right? Then Michin can win it, and Michin can actually hold it longer than Chelsea Green. But Chelsea Green, I think she the perfect person just to start it off. You know what I'm saying? And Michin can get it down the line. And then that's when on fantasy booking, people, on fantasy booking, Michin chased the title. She finally wins the title. By that time she win the title, Naomi done did her heel turn, right? Then we get Naomi versus Michin for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Boom, Naomi defeats her. And Naomi carried the title for a good minute. Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that Naomi heel turn a little bit later because I might expound on that later. Matter of fact, you know what? No, forget that. I'm gonna expound on that on a different video because you already did a video and I'm ready. Oh man, that is
okay.
A little bit, but hey, it is what it is.
Y'all check out the video with Naomi since she have a glow change. But what else we got? Hold up. Let me take this off the screen real quick. I got to get back to the comment section. Get back to the comments. Okay, we did that. But we're trying to catch up with you, Fanachini. You be dropping them motherfucker like bombs. So
the next give us a little time. Is he says, what is the plan for the bloodline after War Games? So
Go ahead,
let me take this one. Let me take this one from here. So this is my honest opinion. So a lot of people have been saying that The Rock may not follow through for some reason, for whatever reasons, and we may have to change course. If that's the case, then I say it like this: after War Games, if The Rock doesn't fall through. I mean, I know Taekwon said The Rock versus Solo at WrestleMania. I'm not waiting for no WrestleMania between I said The Rock. Roman versus Solo at WrestleMania. I'm not waiting for no damn WrestleMania. Between Solo and Roman, I'm sorry, but it's got to end at Royal Rumble. It has to. It's got to end at Royal Rumble.
Mm.
And if it don't end at Royal Rumble, then it needs to end at Saturday Night Main Event. The true chosen crown of the Samoan bloodline has to be fought for it right then and there. Like, no more time wasting, no more all the BS. Like, let's get this one-on-one on the road and let's end this bullshit and let's get away with the shenanigans. I think that is the clear common sense of the plan of what happens to the bloodline after War Games. At this point, it needs to be the case of where we move on from here. But that's what it looks like the scene of the idea right now. Right now, we don't know what The Rock's going to do, so we don't know for sure yet. But there's nothing. So far, The Rock has not did nothing significant that's going to let us know, like, what is the master idea plan here. So, personally, I think that there might be a change of course. If there is, then yeah, I think Roman versus Solo Royal Rumble. Let's get this over with. Let's figure out who's the real tribal chief, and let's move on from there. Because if the Netflix deal is still up on grabs with WWE, because so far some people are saying it's not so far, but I don't know. But if it is, then yeah, we all know Netflix want Roman Reigns and Cody on Raw's roster. So push come to shove, something's gonna shift around. So yeah, but yeah, something's gonna give on that.
Yeah, they say he's gonna be switching back and forth at the beginning. So I'm not for sure how true that is, but that's what they say. I don't think Roman want to do double duty like that, though.
I don't think so. You gotta do double duty. I mean, that's pointless to do double duty at this point. I mean, granted, he is the bigger. If he does double duty, that just makes him bigger than Cody at this point. Again, even without a title, make him bigger than Cody. Which, let's be honest, he's always been bigger than Cody because the fans been calling for Roman for how long?
But since he lost the title,
exactly. That means Cody Rhodes is irrelevant.
But I think what they're gonna do is after the War Games, it's time to start playing the Roman versus Solo for the necklace. When it happens, I don't know, but that's gonna be in the making. And he may win it back at Saturday night main event. He may win it back then. So we'll see, man. I just can't predict it right now. I know that's the next step, Solo versus Roman.
It has to be. Because if not, then we have to make a switch. Like, there has to be an inside switch. Because after War Games, because right now they're saying Cody and Kevin, but Cody and Kevin win. Because they haven't sold it for War Games. So if they're not selling it in War Games in Canada, which pretty much is Kevin Owens' home state, then that means they're selling it for Saturday night's main event. And if they do that, I think that's a little bit too long. Because at this point, it's like, where does The Rock send him his signal against Cody? So it's like, okay. So yeah. It's a little bit up.
All right. You ready to move to the next one?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Spanaccini want to know who we think win in the Chamber and the Rumble, both women and men, which I can't say at the moment. I ain't even got no winner yet.
So look, I'm gonna just throw one because why not? But I say it like this: who's winning Chamber and Royal Rumble? So here's my idea for the whole Royal Rumble. So Royal Rumble, this was a little bit of a toss-up because this goes either way. But whoever wins the Royal Rumble, and I don't have an exact person personally, but whoever wins the Royal Rumble, they're cashing in on Gunther. They're cashing on Gunther. Whoever it is, they're cashing on Gunther. Reason why is there two things? Because I'll say this, right? Matter of fact, no, screw that. I'm going to say this. Let's say hypothetically, Randy Orton comes back and wins the Royal Rumble, right? Which means he has the chance to win the title. I think this is a perfect timing for Randy would win the Royal Rumble, win it off of a nice scheme. He brings back that heavy adrenaline of just beat down potential, which makes him look sort of heelish in a way, but not entirely. But he beats the daylight out of everybody, tosses him over the ropes, everything else, every which way, and then from there he cashes in on the Royal Rumble. Now, why I say Randy? Because, of course, we all know the story that has been played. And we all know where this is leading to. If you guys remember what Randy Orton told Cody, it's not a problem until you make it a problem. And personally, if Randy had heard what Kevin Owens said and broken down the past Friday, somewhere in his head, he's starting to hear those spirits tell him some things. boy, violence is coming to Cody real soon. So I can see Randy winning the Royal Rumble, facing Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble, while giving him an RKO and telling him he's going to challenge him for the title. So I can see that. As far as chamber match, now this one is very much one of those very skeptic ideas, because this pushes forward towards the idea of, well, who faces Gunther. Now, and again, I'll say this too. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, John Cena's going to win the Royal Rumble, and he may face Gunther," which means someone's going to be in the Elimination Chamber facing Cody for the title. I say it like this: if it does play like that, like John Cena wins the Royal Rumble, then I will say Randy will just win the Chamber match, at least for men. That's what I'll call it. That's how I hit it. That's how I see it. I'm gonna call it right then and there. Cause I don't think so. Roman's gonna go for the title at this point with all the bloodline story. It's not gonna happen right now. And I think it's the perfect reason why it's not gonna happen is because, let's be real. One, they want Roman on a main steed. So at this point, if they know they can't get, like, let's be honest. If you know you got Roman right now with the bloodline story, plus with the plus trying to get the Samoan necklace, and then everything else to gain leadership and position and all the other things. Then plus you're bringing Solo. Then the possibility of switching Roman to Raw on the main roster and possibly taking the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I won't be, like I said, I'm not surprised if Roman doesn't need the title. And personally, right now, Roman doesn't need the title because he's doing just okay without it. Because personally, let's be real, the crowd still screams for him anyways. No one gives a fuck about Cody. No one does. I don't care what you say. No one really cares about Cody. Literally, no one cares. But so yeah, I can see those things happen and transpire. So that's how I look at it for the men's side. For the women, now this is pretty much very, very weird.
No, we know Charlotte Flair winning at one though. Shit.
Supposedly. I mean, look, I say it like this: if Charlotte wins,
allegedly,
but if Charlotte wins, I think Charlotte already won a Royal Rumble, right?
I think so.
Okay, so then Charlotte will win Chambers. So who wins the Royal Rumble? I think, okay, so this is how I look at it. I think Rhea wins Royal Rumble. Why? Because, of course, she gets a straight shot to live. It may as well be, or neither. It could be to Io Sky, whoever has the title at that point, whenever they get that match on the roll. But I think they'll probably do it they probably may do it one way or the other, but yeah. They'll do that. So I think Rhea will win Chambers, and then Charlotte, if Charlotte comes back in time, Rhea will win Royal Rumble, and then Charlotte will win Chamber. So that's how I can see that, if she comes back at least at that point. Because I know a lot of people are calling for that whole Tiffany Stratton, which means more likely Tiffany will cash in on the title eventually, because around that time frame they're gonna hit that. They're gonna hit that clock eventually. So that's a piece and choose. That's pick and choose. So the way I look at it, I see it like this. I think Tiffany's not gonna cash in on Nia. What I do believe is Nia's gonna lose it to somebody else, and then Tiffany's gonna cash it on them, and then that's when Tiffany catches the title. I don't think she's gonna cash it on Nia. That's how I look at that scenario right now. But that's what I got on there. Not not stick-ons, but something that is feasible enough as far as what we heard and multiple rumors that we keep on listening to constantly.
All right, cool. Then he asked, when will Cody ever turn heel? I don't think no time soon. No time soon.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, so no time soon, for the simple fact of two reasons. One, the rumor that they're constantly gonna let this man be champion, which honestly had I don't know why, because that's a horrible idea. I don't give a rat's ass when no one say that's a horrible idea. But two, the other reason I think he won't turn heel just yet, I think he turns heel once he loses the title, but he hasn't lose it, so there's nothing that is close of near. But I think if he does, and when he does turn heel, because right now, here's one thing I want to talk about, right? As we all know, Cody Rhodes' brother, Dusty Rhodes, aka Goldust, he is right now like free from AEW. And I think if there's anything they're gonna do to help him out, well, who else can he trust other than his own brother? So they bring Dusty back. I don't know if they keep the new gimmick and call him Dusty Rhodes with the new gimmick image of paint and everything, or they call him Goldust, whatever it is, however they want to sling it. But they bring him back along the ride. They're cool. They're together again. And like I said before, Cody Rhodes did talk about his own two nephews that he has that are also in wrestling. Sign them boys to WID, work them up, and we'll eventually have that Rhodes versus Bloodline story down the line again. But this time it'll be more impactful. So
rehash.
Yeah, but when will Cody turn heel? Later down the stretch, man. Later down the stretch.
Yep. And we talked about who replaced for War Games. That was Lash Legend.
No, that's the War Games. No, she's replacing her in the match.
My bad. Let me go back up. My bad. Okay. Yeah, who's replacing Jade for War Game? Bailey. Bailey is replacing Jade Cargill. And that's why I named this motherfucking main roster Chaos. And we ain't even did the SmackDown review yet. So we just answering your questions at the moment. It's because a lot more things went down. It's a lot more went down on SmackDown. So Bailey is the most likely option. And yes, Fanachina, we did give out the matches that are given at the moment. And it's nothing but 3 matches?
There is no full.
It's just 3 matches.
Yeah, so let me just repeat it for Fanachina right now. So far we already got the Bloodline War Games. We got OG Bloodline versus the Bloodline Mafia. So we got Team Roman versus Team Solo. Who wins the lather of it? I mean, in a weird way, I could see Roman pick it up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could see Roman. If Solo wins this, I will be fucking insane. This will be fucking insane if he does. It'll be fucking insane if he does.
Roman got to win. Roman, they got to win this match. As far as right now, the Bloodline is the king.
Right now, where he's at.
The OG Bloodline are the kings of the War Games right now. So, yeah, this their second time in this motherfucker.
One part of the OG Bloodlines is Solo. So,
well, yeah, he ain't in there, but damn.
Yeah, so
I actually watched that shit the other night, but yeah,
but it is definitely a pick of and choosing. But yeah, I think Roman more likely Team Roman will pick it up. But we'll see what happens though, because I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of weight to beat down when it comes to Brunson Reeves, and then of course Jacob Fatu. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah. But I think the OG Bloodline is gonna take out the Bloodline Mafia still, and prove their dominance.
Sadly.
Now,
But,
as for the women's, I think Team
I'll be right
Liv
back, man.
Morgan gonna win. Okay. Yeah, as for the women's war games, I think Team Liv Morgan will take the win. Only because you got Bianca, right? You got Naomi, the peacemaker. Bianca, the unhinged motherfucker on the team, the most unpredictable. You got Naomi, the peacekeeper. You got Bailey, can't be trusted. You got Io Sky, can't be trusted. And who else on? I'm tripping. Who else on that goddamn team? I'm missing somebody. Bailey, Io, Bianca, Naomi, and Rhea. Okay, Rhea Ripley, the only motherfucker they can trust on the team, the most dominant motherfucker on the team besides Bianca. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of misunderstanding. Them taking out their own partners. Bianca getting into Bailey face, Bailey getting into Io face. Them three just ain't gonna get along in the match. And Liv Morgan then will pick the win up off of that. And then Fantacini also asked, will Tiffany cash in at War Games? Fantacini, I don't think Tiffany cashing in on War Games. It's War Games, right? It's strictly about the match. It's strictly about the War Game. So they're gonna not. Now they're gonna say that for a better moment. Maybe it's Saturday night main event. Maybe she cash in then. Maybe at the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, but before WrestleMania. Randy versus Gunther again. Nah, they won't have a matchup again, not for a long time. Maybe down the line. You also says Dirty Dawn winning the Royal Rumble. Nah, Dirty Dawn winning Money in the Bank. We got Dom in the bank this for 2025. Dom in the bank. And Fantacini also said Cody is boring as fuck. He needs to turn heel. Yeah, I mean, it'll get more interesting when The Rock comes back. When The Rock comes back, Cody's story get a whole lot more interesting because it's gonna be bloodline rules. Mama rules. I'm gonna have Cody blood all on his belt. Now only on his belt, I'm gonna have Cody blood all on his shirt. And I'm gonna send it to you, Mama Rose. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the final boss. Yeah. That's what we gonna get. That's what we gonna get. But yeah, Cody always been a mid-quarter. Always. I ain't never seen Cody as a heavyweight title holder. I always seen Cody as a mid. I always seen Cody as the top Intercontinental champion. You know, the Razor Ramon status. That's how I always seen Cody Rhodes. And we got that. We got those out the way. We gonna jump into SmackDown. What happened on SmackDown? Let me throw my banner up real quick. I forgot to throw it up on the other ones, but let's jump into SmackDown, people. Let's talk about what happened on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Why is back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing too much.
I know elaborating on the matches so far for the War Games. Carter, you said EO can't be trusted. Like, bro, EO is more trustable than Bailey at this point.
Well, at this moment, we can't trust neither one of them at this moment because both of them been fucking off. And then, Io been raging out now. She was down there about to turn on damage control. So some things gonna change or I'm gonna make it change. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna go there with that. I ain't gonna go there with all that.
So hey,
I ain't gonna go there with all that.
We can't count the time. I ain't forgetting them times Io shot went unhinged, because then with my best moments of her ass, her going unhinged.
Well, look, so I'll say this. This is what I will say. I do believe there will be some misfunction and some mistrust amongst this team, which does let Team Liv win. But hey, that's just the proverbial. At this point, Bianca is very emotional. She has no real trust factor. Jay just got out. Freaking everything else is just going limbo. She don't know who the hell did it yet. I mean, if we still go into War Games without figuring out who did it to her, yeah, I would be very surprised that she goes skitsko and goes nuts.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead.
SmackDown review.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went to the other ones too. Well, I'll wait for you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's jump into this real quick. It wasn't too much. I think the only thing he said that was we can like elaborate on was Tiffany cashing in at War Games. Because you elaborated on the Cody run. We didn't already talked about Dom not winning the fucking Royal Rumble.
Even though you did say that he's been winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah, now I said I did say that. But Tiffany cashing in at War Games, right? That's not what War Games about. It's not about cashing in.
Yeah, I don't see her cashing out on War Games. You gotta think about it. When the team wins, they're all gonna celebrate together, standing together. So how's she gonna get the opportunity to cash in when reality is right in War Games? Both of her two cashes in are on the same team. And let's be honest, even if you cash in, you think they're gonna open that gate for you to get the fuck out of there? Oh hell no. So it really ain't a perfect time to cash in.
Yep, it ain't a perfect. But we about to get into some spicy shit, right? Because War Game, SmackDown kicked off with Solo Sikoa. He didn't have shit to say, so let's go to the next match, which we got to start breaking some shit down right here, right? Because we had the triple threat: Bianca versus Chelsea versus Black Davenport, which was a decent match, and Chelsea wins the match because this shit happens, right? This shit happened. As you can look on her face, she is fucking cut the fuck up. Like her jaw is bruised. It got a cut on it, and she got a cut like right in between her eye and her eyebrow. She dead, y'all. Jade was laying there like a fucking
bro, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Look at that crack, bro. Look at how dented that window is. Whoever did this shit, they did it her in.
I thought Storm can fly, but I guess not. So
yeah.
Jade was laid out, but the question is, who did it? Who did it? This the question. Now, people saying Charlotte Flair, I can't see Charlotte Flair coming back just to do some bullshit. Like Charlotte Flair gonna come to the ring and call your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte Flair is a fighter. She's not a behind the scene knock you off type of person. She the type call you to the ring, we gonna fight this shit out because I'm the queen and I'm gonna show you that I run this shit. So definitely not Charlotte Flair. Now, some people said Bianca. Why in the fuck would Bianca risk her tag team championship to take out her tag team partner because of ego? I don't think Bianca that fucking egoistic. You know what I'm saying? And her and Jade, they had minor problems, not major problems. This ain't no Ciampa and Tommaso. They had minor problems. So no, it's not Bianca. Bianca was in the ring. And how in the fuck it could Bianca? You mean to tell me if it was Bianca, right? You mean to tell me Jade been laid out there for goddamn 7 minutes? Probably longer than that. 12 minutes. She been laid out there that goddamn long? Hell no. Come on now. You got to be logical. Right? Now that we counted out the 2 people everybody blame, we know it ain't them. Now everybody else could be suspects. Could it be Bailey? I don't think it was Bailey. I do. Let me just cut the chase. I ain't gonna name all the superstars. I mean, Blair known for attacking people in the parking lot, but she was in the ring too. So I do think Naomi put a hit on her. Yeah, I'm going back into this. Naomi got Lash Legend and Jakara to take out Jade. And we won't find out till later on that Naomi was behind it. And yeah, I think we're going to get that team. I think we're going to get that faction. It's time for Naomi to turn heel. It's time for her to get a faction. Jakara and Lash Legend running with Naomi. Yeah. That's my thought. That's my thought process of the situation. Now, Wiley, you got the table.
So look, I'm not gonna reply to that whole Naomi thing. I'm gonna do that later. Literally, I'm gonna do that shit later because you know what? No, I convinced myself to actually react to your video and then give my thoughts based upon that video. Because Lord have mercy, when I heard that shit, it's like this nigga right here chose to do the most. But with that said, I'm gonna look at that later. You hear from me later today. Trust me on that because it was short. So you'll hear from me later today.
Yes,
that's a fact. That's a fact. I'll make trust me. That's a promise right now. You can keep. You can hear me later today with that video. But real quick, so just talking on this right now, right? Who did this to Jade? Who could do this diabolicalness to the sculpture? To this chocolate sculpture? Oh. Hey man, this was tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, this is tough. Like, cause me and Fro, we was having conversations about this. My obvious choice was Naya, cause just look at the window, dog. Look at the window. Just look at the damn thing. But you know, hey, in fairness, let's be fair, right? He says that might be too obvious, so let's switch it up again. Okay, if that was too obvious, then who's the next candidate? Maybe I thought it was Piper Nimmons because if you bring back that image real quick, it was Piper, Michi, and I think Jade in that triple threat match. So so that's one other option. But then again, I thought it over again some weeks later. I mean, some days later actually, because this was actually recent when you mentioned this. But I thought to myself, I look at this injury, I look at this beat, and I say to myself, who could have really did this shit? And I thought, who else? Liv and Raquel Rodriguez. And the reason why I say this is just look at the body. Let's look at the injury, right? Let's remember what they did to Rhea. This sort of looked like the same thing. And if you notice, Rhea had a pretty much of an eye injury of the lip. If you notice, she's really red in the cheeks in the upper eye area of her left eye.
Right.
So I mean, shit. I don't know. But then again, I thought to myself, well, there are close options, but then I thought, well, let's look at it again. Her body's on the cart and she is crushed. So I'm thinking to myself, for me personally, someone had to do some big damage, but the big damage had to come from somewhere. So my honest guess This is my honest guess. This had to be like a collaboration of people doing this one transaction. Now, do we know the sole person that did this? Maybe, maybe not. But I think just how she's been damaged, bruised, and at the same time destroyed on the car, this had to be multiple shots taken at her. The crazy part is no one didn't see it happen. That's the crazy part.
Now, now they say they threw her off the docks onto the car.
True, and that could be the crash that ended up happening. But the thing for me that makes it unfeasible a little bit, and here's the reason why: because even if that's true, you tossed her off the docks, which then goes into the car. But my thing is tossing off the docks into the car, that's gonna crack the window like that, plus to crack the hood to that extent. That doesn't seem real to me. I think maybe it dents the hood, not the window. I don't think so that's possible. Unless she dropped off the docks of the window, and then what they did is they whacked her face, which then probably create damage onto the window. But then again, that is just too far-fetched. Because especially look how destruct the window is. You literally had to put a lot of force in to just bang that window up the way it is.
Like it. The dots were pretty high though, man.
I mean, granted, it could be high. Like if it's high enough, depending on the angle. Cause look, the angle is one thing. Cause we only seen the angle from a front view. We haven't seen the angle from a side view, so we don't know how big the dots really was. But it just seems very unpeculiar because again, it's like even if the dots was high, well, why was she in the dots? Someone had to put her there. You had to bang her up first. So that's what I'm saying. There had to be a point of banging her up, and then someone had to have the power to throw her off the docks. So the way I look at this could have been Liv with Raquel. They did the damage on the ground first,
right.
And then it's like Raquel did the finishing blow by tossing her body off of the docks, would then enter into the car like this. It could be.
Right.
But it's very interesting, man. It's very interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be a mystery, the Scooby-Doo mystery of WWE. Cause this story, we gonna always wonder who the hell fucked her up.
I mean, granted, Jay knows who did it because she got banged up by them.
Of course, and when she gets back, we're gonna find out who's the corporate. Who pulled the trigger? Yeah, that was a deadly scene, man. That was this like the Chad Gable scene. They just getting worse and worse, ain't it?
Pretty much.
It was Chad Gable. Then you had Rhea Ripley pouring out blood, and now Jade Cargill getting tossed off the docks on a car. Yeah, they really trying to murk people in WWE with these scenes, the crime scenes.
Shit.
But let me know in the comments who y'all think did it. Let's get off of that. And let's jump into the next topic, which is LA Knight versus Escobar, which I like the way I like the way LA Knight jumped out of the finisher move of Santos and hit him with the BFT. And then Shinsuke pop up, right? Attacks LA Knight from behind. This, I think this feud will continue to Saturday night main event. The thing is, with LA Knight lose his title. Now, Shinsuke been doing too damn much of this bullshit and just keep losing feuds. Keep losing feuds. He do his comic book series and he lose the feud. My fantasy booking of this, right? He takes the title from LA Knight. LA Knight can get it right back. You know what I'm saying? He can get it right back. Which I don't know too much like the hot potato. But Shinsuke needs a win, at least one good win. LA Knight can get it back. But had LA Knight cutting promos on Shinsuke using the comic book shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be entertaining, but that's just my fun ass fantasy booking, man. What you think about this segment? Yeah. What you think about this segment, Wiley?
So
LA Knight, Santos, Shinsuke.
honestly, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if this is gonna be like Saturday night main event, so they're gonna drag this out. And plus, we haven't really seen Shinsuke has built any momentum of winning matches either. So until they put that up there, I can't really say. I can't really call it. I mean, because right now, the fact that they brought back Shinsuke, it just tells me he's not going to be on the chopping block of being fired and let go. So that's one thing. But it's like, all right, you're not going to let him go. Great. What the fuck are you going to do with him now? Because y'all represent him poorly every single time. So personally, it's one of those things where I look at it and just be like, Lord knows, I hope they get it right, but I'm not for the hot potato bullshit of the titles. It's like, I'm just not. I don't want to see it. I don't care how it goes. I just don't want to see it. If they lose, they lose. That's how I look at it. I just don't want to see it. Like, something has to be of a miss in this bitch. Like, maybe, I guess I can see it like this, right? Maybe like Shinsuke beats he beats LA Knight, right?
LA Knight. Yeah.
LA Knight try to come for a rematch, but he loses again. And then at the third rubber, LA Knight gets it back after. I guess we can do that. That's the closest thing I would go for, but everything else, nah. Can't go for anything else. Because I just won't feel that way at that point.
I understand that shit, though. Yeah, that hot potato shit.
Nah, it's not even just the hot potato. It's like, you got to think about it. They just now brought him back, too, dog. It's like, if you bring Shinsuke back, it's just so impossible. Because, like, at this point, Shinsuke, if you bring him back into a title match against LA Knight for the United States title, it's literally a must-win situation. It has to be a must-win situation for him. Because it's like, what's the point of keeping him, bringing him back on TV, and then now he loses to LA Knight again? And he loses to LA Knight for the first time, and then doesn't win the title. It's like, you may as well just let him come back, bring this more darker entity version of himself, and let that marinate a little bit. But no, you make him go for the title ASAP. That was horrible.
Yeah. My boy should be infused and shit with Melo. But we see where Melo next match is, back with Cody Rhodes.
Who the fuck said that?
Nah, Cody Rhodes challenged him. Remember Cody went down, cut the promo. Him and Kevin Owens, they talked it out. Cody stormed backstage mad. He runs into Nick Aldis. Well, he ran into Melo. Melo said, "Look like your boy right." And Cody turned around and Melo said, "All I'm saying is your boy's right about you." So Cody got mad and pushed Melo down, right? Melo got up and, he got feisty back. Then Aldis came in between them. Then Cody Rhodes told Nick Aldis he needed to check his first round draft pick. And that set the matchup right there. So we got Cody versus Carmelo this Friday.
Okay, well, I thought you were talking about something as far as a title match. because we all know that.
Oh, nah. He just, he back in the match with Cody. No, he started his match off with Cody. Now he back.
Well, yeah,
at Cody again.
yeah, they fucked that up because that's supposed to be a title match with Cody.
Yeah. This one, I think this one ain't no title though. They're just having a match.
They both was no titles. That's what I'm saying.
Match.
But like the first one should have been a title run for him.
Oh, I thought the first one was for the title.
Nope, it was never for the title. It was just to jock it up with.
Oh, damn. Oh shit, I was fucked up. Damn. Well, then too much else happened on the show. That we had some skits. We had Johnny Gargano talking to Motor City Machine Guns. Street Profits pulled up saying they got next and shit. Then we had the Bloodline showing them coming up. We had Nick always asking Nia Jax about the attack on Jade. That when Cody made his way to the ring, which I just talked about that. And then we had the OG Bloodline wondering who's going to be the next guy. So it was a lot of mid sections. So we finally got to a fucking match with Bayley and Naomi versus Candy and Tiff. Which the fucking match really didn't go long because now Jax interfered and the whole thing was just to weaken up the other team. Io Sky came out.
Warfare.
Liv and Raquel comes out. Then Ripley comes out with the kendo stick. So that was just amping up War Games pretty much. Too much to just talk about.
Wow, they throwing these pack cars out here, boy. That shit crazy.
Yeah. We finally get to a good match of the night. Montez Ford versus Ciampa. And man, what's these guys going at it? It was good. It was good. I like these two guys. These two guys should be like going after LA Knight title or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Funny you say this.
But it was a good match.
Yeah.
What's that? No, what's that?
Oh, no. Well, funny enough, right? So I know you made a mention on your other last weekly review about the whole situations of, Montez social media statements and everything. But funny enough, man, Montez, the past week has been saying some peculiar statements that's making it seem like he's calling his card like, hey, look, man, it's about that time, bro. And I need this to happen now. And this is the particular statement that was said in the spite of looking at this, right? I'm looking at the universe. I'm looking at the signs. Is it that time to adjust to the new era, a new mode, a new mindset, or do I need to start getting rid of people? Now, based upon this particular quote that was ushered and said, you already can figure out how his mindset, how Montez Ford is already thinking. And I think, he sent this message around the time when he did the London live event amongst thanking the fans. But the thing is, what's so heavy is Montez Ford is ready for a singles run, even though he's still connected to Angelo Dalton. And based upon how the statement is said is, Montez Ford is ready for a huge single push, but he is still connected to his tag team partner, Angelo Dalton, who does not seem to be happy about the situation. Now, the way this is looking and the way this is sounding and everything, it's very much on the frontal lobe of how this is like playing out as far as where will we see the Street Profits from here on out. But here's another piece of thing I want to throw at you overall to think about, right? And this is what is also said in the same article. The future of the Street Profits remains in the air. But at this time, there does not seem to be any option for fans except waiting to see what happens. The Star has teased breaking up with tag team partner and starting a quote air quotes new era recently in an interview after saying that he had to think of his own biological clock and how long he would be capable of a top single run while being a tag team partner. Ergo, basically, Montez Ford is being real about where his health is as a star, where his body's at, and how long he can do this as a career in the spectrum. And basically, he doesn't want to miss his gate of being a solo guy for the same fact of just being a tag team guy. Ergo, he just wants that Jey Uso run for himself.
Right.
And look, I'm gonna be honest with this. I feel for him. Now, most people thought that, Montez is considering leaving WWE as well. But there's been another piece of information that said, WWE has been his dream job. This is where he wants to be. He's just frustrated with the situation. And personally, this is that whole point of just like where you want to take it. Granted, I don't think so he has any bad beef with Angelo Dalton. But I think at the same notion, it's like, hey, man, I really want to do my own thing. But at the same time, if Angelo Dalton is also having some hated fever on him doing his own thing because it's breaking up the team, then it's one of those things that just, fudged up a bunch of stuff. So this is why I said a long time ago, like, I think you can break up the team where Montez Ford goes as a solo star. Angelo Dalton hits the reset button and go to NXT, and then they just progress on their own terms. And let's be honest, it looks like that's going to be where it's at right now because let's notice B-Fab has finally started being a wrestler on her own terms, and she hasn't been around the Street Profits. So this is another closing line that the Street Profits might be dead. So, hey.
Yeah, I think this feud with Johnny Gargano and Ciampa is gonna end the Street Profits. It should anyway, because let's face it, they're not breaking up DIY. DIY is just taking a heel turn. Now, what they did was they got rid of Indy Hartwell, took her script, and gave it to DIY. That's all they did. If you look at it, it's the Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell situation.
Yeah, the only thing they just put on men too, and it's like eventually someone's gonna have to figure it out because it's neither Gargano is gonna have to just neither click in and recognize the signs, or neither. What's the other dude name?
Ciampa.
Yeah, Ciampa. He's gonna have to just go solo. And right now, you can't have too much of the tag teams drop off on SmackDown. So someone has to drop, but someone has to convert.
DIY. They just going heel. Like I said, they.
Oh yeah. No, that's
Indy
what I'm
Hartwell
saying.
was like, They just switch roles because Indy Hartwell, they guess she wasn't doing her job right. They was like, well, fuck it, let's get rid of Indy and let's get that story to Ciampa and Gargano. Well, Gargano don't want to turn heel, but he gonna be like, damn, the only way to do this shit is to goddamn get aggressive. It's nothing personal, it's just business. And he gonna want them fucking titles soon enough. He gonna get home because let's face it, Motor City Machine Guns look over Johnny Gargano. That's supposed to be his friend, right? Supposed to be. And then they tell him, no, you're not next in line. We're going to give the title shots to the Street Profits. You think Johnny ain't going to let that shit sink in?
Right. So.
Oh yeah. The heel turn coming.
Yeah. So, look, like you pretty much said. So, my thing is just looking at it from that bird eye view. So, yeah, pretty much like I said, man, it's like they're not going to let too much tag teams, die off. Like, this is not going to happen. This is just a moment of just getting you to wake up. But I think Montez, the Street Profits are gonna just jump off, and it is what it is. Now I know, Little Fettuccine, you asking what is Montez's new gimmick when he breaks up, when the Street Profits break up. Honestly, I don't think so. There's that much of a new gimmick. It's sort of the same gimmick, but the thing is, he just has a professional, more look to him, I guess. That's how I look at this.
Yeah, he'll find a way through.
Yeah, because
I mean, he already automatic got.
But I think the other new gimmick,
got it. So
yeah, here he got the juice, but I think like stretching from the Street Profit gimmick, I think they may give him something different. Because let me see, because he had different names before this. Ultimately, before when he was doing wrestling, so there's different ideas of what he can get. But definitely he's gonna have something to work with. But it's gonna be one of those things where you just gotta look at it and just be like, all right, something got a switch and curve. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But one thing's for sure, man. It's all within timing because something got to give, I guess. But we'll see what happens with him. But I think he keeps that fresh, cool look. It's pretty much it. I don't think so. He switches from there.
Yes, sir. And then we're gonna go end this last topic off. Then we're gonna get back to your questions and your comments. So the last section, we got Bloodline and Bloodline Mafia in the ring. They're still laughing. Like, Roman, you might as well surrender. Y'all don't have a fifth guy. Paul Heyman pulls up, give his little speech. Out comes CM Punk. The fight breaks out. And the Bloodline stands tall. The OG Bloodline stands tall with CM Punk and Paul Heyman, which we talked about earlier, so there ain't too much to elaborate on, but you got anything you want to add to it?
I mean, honestly, there's nothing really to add to it. I mean, you can see there's a big fat problem, of course. Like, I'm not going to say it's a big fat problem, but it's just a notion of just positioning, of just looking at it for what it is. But, I mean, look, it is what it is. You see the hands raised up for the Bloodline, and then, of course, you see CM Punk talking about the go to sleep mantra, looking at the sign rings. So it's like you take it for what it is. At the end of the day, you just take that shit for what it is, because it's funny all around. It's just funny all around. But oh man, it's just one of those things, man.
Yes, sir. I like that though. I like it.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, Fettuccine, get to some of your comments. I had to go back up. Will Charlotte Flair get a repackage when she comes back? Charlotte Flair gonna be Charlotte Flair.
Exactly, like always.
Charlotte Flair never had a gimmick. She just always been Charlotte Flair. Even when she was a babyface, she still was heelish. So
snotty.
I just Charlotte Flair.
Privileged piece of shit.
Oh man. Then he said, why they talked about this.
You talking on truth. I've been saying this shit a long time ago.
Couple shows back.
A couple of shows back. I've been mentioning this shit.
Now, this next one, I said this too. That AJ Styles got hurt, and the only reason Shinsuke is not on the chopping block is because of AJ Styles got hurt. Because he was on the chopping block, right, Wilder? Shinsuke?
We predicted he was on the chopping block, but I don't know if he would.
Okay. But
yeah,
he came back because AJ Styles got hurt. So, like I said, sometimes people get injured and somebody else benefit from it. Now this one, no television championship. If anything, like Wiley said, bring back the cruiserweight or the lightweight championship, right?
They ain't gonna do no lightweight.
They got a television championship. The television championship is the goddamn speed. So
no, that ain't no damn TV television shit. That's a fucking Instagram shit. That's social media title shit. That's that garbage.
Social media, right. So
technically, it's really the modern day cruiserweight belt, but
modern.
I ain't buying it either. I ain't buying that garbage.
That bitch the modern day television belt, but
that's modern day trash belt. That's what it is. That new piece of trash that WWE created that didn't work shit.
As far as the other title for the women's, we all know that's gonna be the Intercontinental Championship. Lanice, appreciate you coming through.
How you doing?
Appreciate you coming through the thing. How you doing today, Lanice? Let's go back. Okay, yeah, the Intercontinental Championship for the women's.
But I will say this though, real quick though, if they do a television title, it'll more likely be in NXT.
Yeah, more likely. And he also asked about the Samoan Dynasty. Man, most of them have passed away.
Yeah, I'm about to say like Little Freddie Chitty. Yeah, both of the elders passed away already. So, I mean, as far as will the Bloodline elders ever show up again, that would have to be whoever is the next up in line elder. I mean, pretty much Jimmy Snuka and then whoever else you think of, but that's pretty much it. But the main two elders that was coming out, those two, they passed away, sadly.
This motherfucker, right?
If Rock is the final boss, who is the mid boss? Hell, fuck no.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Goddamn, boy.
Oh man,
you funny.
Oh.
Hey, we all know Solo the corporate, so. I guess he working for the Rock. That's what we all put together. That Solo working for the Rock.
That's crazy.
Oh, crazy work, man. Well, I tell you, boy, Fantacini gonna get you with something every time. Every time he come through, he gonna hit you with something. Oh yeah. But let's see, man. Besides that, though, unless Fantacini got any more questions or anybody in the chat got any questions, feel free to ask them. Wiley, you got anything else to add?
I mean, at this point, not really much. I think we pretty much hit everything. There wasn't nothing too crazy. I mean, we already threw all the explanations out the door. I mean, I pretty much broke down the explanation of the whole CM Punk joining, the whole thing with Paul Heyman coming out of flesh air of nowhere at the right damn time, stunning with his new suit that is not blue and, and all that other stuff. Because literally, like, that suit is too familiar to Solos right now. Like, are y'all going to the same person? Like, let me know. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear. There's nothing we can mention that is not already clear at this point.
Fantacini came back with something. What do you say?
Is the Ulafala having a better run than. Oh, you ain't shit. Let him finish it. You ain't shit.
Oh man.
Oh hell no! That man
Damn.
said Upafala having better run than Cody's title run.
It looked like it.
Hey shit, hey.
It looked like it. Shit.
Oh, that shit.
That's
funny.
what it looked like.
That shit funny.
I'm talking about that's what it looked like for real. Like the Ulafala having fun, goddamn shit.
Oh my goodness.
Tell you. Everybody more interested in that than they title. Cody title run. They wonder when Roman gonna get the Ulafala back.
Oh, that's messed up. That is so messed up. It's so true, but it's so messed up. Oh, that shit was hilarious.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Goddamn. Hell, man, shit. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's
so
pretty much
let's-
all we got for the night. Oh, he coming back. I forgot
Yeah, he coming
the
back.
chat's be a little slower on that.
Yeah. When is Jacob Fatu gonna get a singles run after this bloodline story is over?
Right, that was a good question right there. Yeah, as soon as he turned on Solo,
Which is more likely
we'll
gonna happen.
see it. Pretty much, Solo to script him away from the tag title, scripted chances of becoming having a chance at the world title. Yeah, the Universal title. So, yeah, technically it's coming.
Yeah. Freddie Trini asked me a wild card question now. He's like, what is the worst side dish for Thanksgiving dinner? Hell no.
Potato salad.
Yeah, I'll go with that same thing. I don't even eat potato salad, so yeah, I'll go with that same thing.
Yeah, me either. That's why I can say it. Besides pumpkin pie. Oh no, pumpkin pie and that's Halloween.
I don't eat pumpkin.
Still be eating that shit
either, so yeah, I'll go with that too. I don't eat no pie either.
Hell no. Yeah, I don't eat that shit.
Yeah, trust me. They'll be like, you don't eat no pie. Boy, what you mean? You ain't no American then. Fuck out of here. I ain't that damn shit.
Yeah, look at him. He don't want no green bean casserole. I ain't never tried it.
I never eat that.
I can't say I never tried it.
I never eat it, period. So never tried it, never ate it, none of that.
I eat green beans though, so I might have to try this shit.
Is it dressing or stuffing?
Dressing.
As the worst or as?
I think you're asking what it called. I'm not for sure. You asking what it called, or do we prefer dressing or stuffing? Because I think the stuffing is that box shit. The shit in the box.
Pretty much.
Give me some dressing. Give me some dressing. That's what home cooked dressing.
Yeah, I'll take some dressing based upon the question. If it's which one you prefer. I don't really care for stuff.
That's all I want. That's all I want is some dressing. Hopefully, my cousin cooked me a little pan of that shit. I might tell her to send me some. I don't know if I'm going nowhere this Thanksgiving. I'm off. I'll be at the house. I don't think I'm going nowhere. My baby mama, she gonna be at work. She ain't cooking, so fuck it. If she ain't cooking, goddamn.
Bird dressing is on the side. Well, I know it's the bird dressing, but I don't know how you was like trying to break that down. Is it dressing?
Oh, like some turkey meat in it?
Yeah, like like how you stuff the bird. So basically, he's saying like the stuffing is a dressing to the bird.
Oh, the dressing inside the turkey. I ain't never tried it like that. Just give me the old-fashioned way. Shit, I don't. Every time I try something new, it ain't like the old way. And some corn casserole. Yeah.
See, I don't do all these casseroles neither. Like all these casseroles, these pies, I don't do none of that stuff.
Pecan pie. Yeah.
I don't do no pecans. I don't do no particular pie.
Sweet potato pie. Yeah. You don't do no pie. No pie at all.
No pie, respectfully, sadly.
The best side is like a lemon cake. Yeah, give me a couple slices of lemon cake. I'm good.
The best side.
I know, man. That dessert. That dessert. You talking about side dish? I'm tripping.
And Thanksgiving shit. Mac and cheese.
Some collard greens. Oh damn! Yeah, you just hit the spot.
Yeah, mac and cheese.
He said it.
That's the closer.
He said it. Yeah. He said it right. Some good ass macaroni and cheese, and some collard greens. I eat. I be mixing all this shit together.
Shit.
That nigga said.
Poutine pie?
But
not no poutine pie neither, brother. Not none of that.
I eat a pumpkin pie before I eat poutine pie.
But I don't eat no pie, no type of pie. I haven't ate no type of pie. I don't know if that shit.
Poutine or
I just never ate
poutine or the pumpkin pie. Give me the pumpkin pie. At least I know it's genuine.
Pie, so I say.
Well, we don't know what the fuck is poutine pie.
You crazy boy? Where you been at? I'm be like, look.
Fuck that.
What part of town you in? I've been
around. That's where I been. I've been around. I know what poutine. I know what's inside poutine pie. I don't need no bacteria. Say, do you still eat the mac if the greens are touched? Yeah, I mix it together. What you talking about? I mix the greens, the macaroni and cheese, and the goddamn dressing together. I be missing that shit.
I mean, the only time I mix mac and cheese with anything is when I want to have some barbecue drumsticks. But other than that,
that
shit, it by myself.
That shit be so good.
Yeah, them barbecue drumsticks. Mm-hmm. So we be cooking some barbecue drumsticks
with some macaroni on the side.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I had that just like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my closer. Because boy,
you know
the moment
I'm making that tomorrow.
That is over.
I mean today. I'm making that today, Wiley. I'm making that today. Macaroni, some barbecue motherfucking wings. Yeah, and some cornbread. And probably some mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah. I got some biscuits too. That was another one too. Them biscuits. Oh yeah, those biscuits was lovely. I had some biscuits on the side too.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you.
Who makes the better mac and cheese outside of both of you guys? I don't know. I don't cook the mac and cheese.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Wiley can touch me in that mac and cheese.
Look, I had never officially cooked mac and cheese, but if I did, I'd definitely be put my own spin to it because trust and believe me, I am very much someone that is always liking to do some crazy ish. So,
hey, I'm telling you,
I would like extra particular flavor in that bad boy. Oh, what?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, some Jiffy cornbread. Yes, sir.
I mean, Jiffy is like what? Like, isn't Jiffy like the most simplest and most cheapest form of easy access to make cornbread?
Easiest way.
It's the lowest cost.
Easy debit. Hell yeah.
Shit.
80 cents a box. You good. Shit. Hell yeah. That's all I make it Jiffy. I don't do that homemade shit. I eat my mama homemade cornbread or my cousin or my baby mama. Turkey. I prefer turkey. I don't even want no ham this year.
No
usually ham.
Turkey, but I will tell you this though. So when I was in school, we did have like a little Thanksgiving event in the school where everyone had to bring a dish. Someone did bring a dish for ham, but they put the pineapple on that bitch. Now I ain't gonna lie, that did taste pretty good when they add the pineapple to it. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
So that's one thing.
I can dig that. I can dig that.
Yep. Hey, all right, little fettuccine. Thanks for coming by, man.
Say peace. Appreciate you coming through. Like always, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What time should Thanksgiving dinner actually start? Man, shit. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
Soon you wake up.
As soon as you wake up.
Soon you wake up. Yes, somebody need to be cooking. Somebody need to be cooking the long shit at night and cook the easy shit soon as you wake up.
That man said as soon as you wake your ass up.
Yeah, because we usually cook the dressing at night, right? And just put it in some aluminum foil, and then cook the greens and shit in about 12 or whatever we wake up, and then just heat the.
My mom do a lot of the prep time too, just to kill a shot out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, I say it like this: if you eating Thanksgiving dinner, and what should be the actual time? So in my household, I say it like this: usually it be like midday going into night. So I could say around like 6 to 7 around that time frame. Because by the time you're done eating, everyone laying the fuck out. Everyone laying out. Everyone's like, boy, they laying on the couch. They go into that bedroom, something, but they laying their ass down.
Oh shit.
They laying their ass down. Trust and believe me, boy.
For real.
You guys watching?
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I'll be planning on watching Gladiators too.
Oh, it ain't came out yet. Okay.
Yeah, it should.
I gotta get back on my movies. I ain't watched a movie in a while. I've been trying to watch that the superhero movie with the black people. Sickle Cell. Not sick. I'm tripping. Super Cell. Damn, I said Sickle Cell. Super Cell.
Yeah. So yeah, that's TV series. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on that shit. Trying to get finished. I got to go back to the third because I missed that third episode.
Yeah, I'll be going to it soon too, but I'm gonna be watching something else in the time for that, and then I'll come back to it. But I'll be watching Gladiators. You know, if you don't already know, Denzel, he said it after this movie. You got 5 more movies, and 2 of the many 5s are gonna be I forgot what's the movie he said he's gonna talk about? Hold up. Let me go do some quick research. I've got the movies okay, yeah, Equalizer. He's gonna be doing Equalizer 4 and 5, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 projects that is planning on happening. So if he goes with that, then of course the third one is also Black Panther's 3 movie. He's more likely going to be in that movie. So there's 2 other movies in the midst that he's up for. He's up to work for, but don't know yet. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Last set of movies. Man, what's your favorite Denzel movie? So me and my homeboy, we talked about this because we talked about this. I haven't put it up on the channel yet over there, but so favorite Denzel movie. So I talked about my top 5. I'm gonna see if I can remember it again because there's a lot of them, but because I don't remember how I did it. but I know I said like, oh man, I think 5 for me was He Got Game. I think 4, if I'm not mistaken, was like, I think it was The Inside Man I picked for 4. If I'm not mistaken, I could get this wrong altogether because there's a lot of good moves he has. 3 was Equalizer. 2 was, which one was it? I think I said the Magnificent Seven. I think I said for 2, if I'm not mistaken. And then number 1, I chose Malcolm X. That's how I set it up. If I can remember it clear, I know number 1 was Malcolm X. I know I mentioned the He Got Game. It was just the other mixtures because I don't know if I mentioned Inside Man. I know I mentioned Equalizer, that's for sure. So Inside Man and the Magnificent Seven were like up in the air because I remember I mentioned something. It could be something else I mentioned, but no, actually, no. Screw that. Take the 7 out. I said Fences. That's what I said. I said Fences. I'm gonna leave Inside Man because I think that's the main one I hit on, but I'm gonna hit it right there. Yeah, those are my top 5.
Damn.
I'm
I'm
not saying that I don't like Trading Day or John Q. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying like my top 5 is not based upon like my top 5 is based upon just certain movies and based upon like certain instances, like certain ways of how they played out. Like, don't get me wrong, Training Day is nice. John Q is also nice as well. But like I said, this is just the way how I'm picturing it out for myself. So it's like, if I had to picture it out and bank on like how I'm setting it up and how I'm thinking about certain things, this is how I'm touching on it. But don't get me wrong, like John Q and also Training Day, those are also solid ass movies. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, look, like Denzel, he has a lot of bangers. Like, I ain't gonna cap. He has a lot of bangers. Like, you just can't choose with this man. There's too much bangers, bro. He has too much bangers. What about Philadelphia? Hold up. Ooh. Hold on. Where is Philly? When did he did Philadelphia? Hold on, I must be tripping.
What? I ain't never heard of that one.
What about Philadelphia? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, wait a minute. Philadelphia.
I ain't never heard of that one right there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run that back because I don't remember that particular movie. Unless you're saying Philadelphia and connected to something else.
Yeah, I don't. I got to say like you said, Training Day, John Q. One of those. So it got Tom Hanks in it.
So you got Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. Oh, that's early 90s.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. That's the 93 movie. Okay, I just seen it. I keep passing it over. I didn't see it through that thin wording, but okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I don't remember Philadelphia that much I didn't remember Philadelphia. But one thing I will say on Fettuccine, I did said I was planning on making like a historical like run back. Like, I'm gonna do like a throwback to Denzel's movie career, and then I'll just throw that out there as his tribute to his final times making movies as he goes into retirement. So I will eventually touch on that movie, and then I'll look back to it So yeah, that's gonna be one of those movies I look back to in the time beings. But yeah, I don't remember Philadelphia like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Glory, yeah, Glory was solid. Yeah, Glory had some silence moments in that too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he had a lot of them. Even Remember the Titans, that was another solid movie that he had. He has a lot of solid movies. Man on Fire, The American Gangster, The Great Debaters. Like he had a lot of them. Book of Eli, The Taking of Panham 123, or Pilham 123. So you know, he had a lot of great movies in that whole series. Like everything that he did, it was a lot great. A lot of great stuff.
What we doing that shit?
You too, man. You too, love, Fettuccine. Peace out. Much love.
Yeah, them. Okay. Yeah, happy holiday to you, man. Happy Turkey Day. Happy
Gobble,
Turkey
gobble.
Day to you and everybody else. Yeah. That's the only language I know when I go to work. Boy, I mean, swinging so many goddamn turkey. Oh, the next live gonna be.
Said, when we lie again? Well, I'll
hopefully
tell you this. Stay locked in because like I said, I will be making that video speaking about the whole Nia. I mean, not the Nia, but Naomi probably turning heel. You'll see that video soon enough. Probably neither between morning or afternoon. I'll drop that video.
So keep your notification turned on. But
yeah,
the next live should be Sunday if nothing, nothing goes wrong. Nothing goes wrong because I'm probably next Sunday, and we'll be dropping like different content through the week. And do it like that.
Just listen through that. Just keep your stuff locked and loaded, and just keep the bells ringing. A lot of things gonna go on because not only will I drop like that video, I'm gonna start putting up some hot topics because I think it's time to get a little bit heated up in here. Little Frenchini asks, you have a channel? I'm guessing you asking me, Frenchini? If so, yeah, that channel. Just look up Wally World Media. If bro can put that name in the chat real quick, yeah, just look that up. You'll find me. I got like 65 subscribers at the time.
You still on the other channel, Wild? Still on that channel right there?
Yeah. He's asking about my channel. Just put up, just drop the Wally World Media name, and he can search it for himself. Oh no, not the wrestling channel. No, you can throw that away. I told you I'm planning on scrapping that. Hold on. Let me see if I can pop up on my phone real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say try to find it real quick.
Yeah, he said pop up. Okay, let me try it.
I think you're gonna put the link in the chat.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold
on. He's gonna drop the link in the chat though. Give him a second. It's turkey time. It's turkey time. Yeah. And my motherfucking back hurting now. My shoulders and shit hurting. I'm pulling motherfucking thousand pounds. Them pallets be over 1,000 pounds, man. Oh, damn. Yeah, War Games. I'm gonna have to do it when I get off of work. The after hour watch party. Damn, I damn near forgot this shit with this week.
Yeah, it's literally this week for sure.
As a matter of fact, little Fantachine, I've been doing watch parties lately, like for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we might be live tomorrow. We just watching it.
As long as everything goes well.
Yeah, and let something happen. You know, shit. Sometimes I have be sleep. I wake up, it be 7 o'clock. Why? I don't want to do shit on my off day, man. I want to do nothing. That's why I motherfucker call it off day, right? Yeah.
You're right, little Frenchie, right. Yeah, because that song be funny. You know how they go? Beans, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, lamb. You name
it.
Yeah.
You name it. That's where it's gonna be. You don't want to smash these damn chips and shit. I'm hungry as hell, man. I gotta find something to eat in a minute. All right, the Fantacini. Appreciate you coming through, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, we'll be doing live watch parties for it'll be an after hour watch party, so it'll be late once I get off of work. So it'll be 12 o'clock Central Time. Peace out, man. You have a good one, man. Stay safe. Don't smash me down. Chips hard, boy. Yeah, man. I forgot this shit this week, boy. Waiting so damn long. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, boy. I had to put the chips down for a minute, shit. Well, I'm telling you, boy. Motherfuckers at my job so goddamn sorry, man. Well, we got the one guy so goddamn sorry. That motherfucker got an excuse every goddamn time. I be like, you want to know what, man? Fuck it. I got it. God damn. Shit. Take care of this shit my goddamn self. 145. 145 my weight. In between 145 and 150. Pulling out pallets. 1,000 pounds plus. Moving that shit. Damn, he said probably eating some Lay's. Hell yeah. I don't know how you know, but you got it. You got me then, boy. I sure was eating some Lay's, but some regular Lay's potato chips. I'm talking about that motherfucker going hard then, boy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I mean, I just snapped before I came on live, but shit, that shit, man, my metabolism high as hell. Shit. Well, I can eat a full course meal and be ready to eat the next 3 hours. Another full course.
Shit.
So, you know.
Yeah.
I let her be hungry, boy.
I think we hit it right here, though.
Oh, yeah. We about to get up out of here, too, though, man. You better see that, right? Oh, shit. Yeah. But yeah, man, we about to get up out of here too, Fantacini, man. You know, we covered everything, had a little excitement at the end of the show, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, had a little good time up this motherfucker, man. It's always a good time when Fantacini stepped through the goddamn building. With all these goddamn questions, we don't call his ass the Riddler, goddamn.
Not the Diddler, the Riddler.
Not the Diddler. No,
Wrestling Riddler.
The wrestling Riddler, goddamn it. Know what little Fantacini is, the wrestling Riddler. But yeah, man, you know, we appreciate you coming through all the time. Honored, my brother, honored. You know what I'm saying? So let's get ready to close this thing out. with the outro. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody coming through. I be the main event. This is Wiley.
You dig?
And we'll catch you all in the next main event. Peace.
He was a normal man who heard voices in his head. He was a normal man who ran from his demons. He was a normal man that couldn't escape the darkness till one day he was left to die. He then would rise again. He then would embrace the voices. He slayed his demons and he conquered the darkness. Shh. He's coming.